The NASCAR Cup Series heads to Kansas Speedway this weekend for the second race in the round of 16. In the spring race earlier at Kansas, it was one of the wildest races of the first half of the season. We saw a great battle at the end. We saw tons of problems, loose wheels, spin-outs. So can we expect more of the same this weekend at Kansas?
Listen, don't let the benign-looking mile-and-a-half, very simple racetrack fool you. Darlington looks crazy. Bristol looks crazy. Beware of the track that looks straightforward, and that is Kansas. This track is fast. It's sweeping. It has options, and options create aggression. You see it right here. 2, 3, 4 wide on the restarts. The real estate parkers, I think what makes this track just so crazy, it looks simple from the tower. It's a 1.5 mile shaped racetrack. It's anything but when we put cars on it.
Right, Steve, and I think I'm now Steve because you took my answer there again. No, I'm kidding. I do agree with you, and I think it really comes down to the multi-grooves. You have this variable banking that creates an ability for race cars to make speed across the racetrack, and especially as the tires wear, you find yourself gravitating towards that higher banking, towards the wall. But what we've seen in recent races that I think is really fascinating is that sometimes the best car isn't the car that puts themselves right on the wall. It's the ability to make speed half a groove to a lane lower. And that opens up a lane that no one else might be running in. Or if you're trying to pass a car that's on the wall, you have that ability to make speed below them, get that clean air, make a pass. And so I think that's one reason that we see sort of the variable and speeds and the different crazy racing that we see. Also, restarts here are just wild because as you look at that front stretch, cars come to the start-finish line, and then once they get past the start-finish line, they have a massive amount of room down below that apron where they can start to put themselves 3 wide. We see it often. Cars shove themselves to the bottom there, force that bottom car into the middle. Now they're 3 wide. This creates a huge amount of momentum off of turn 2, which can put them 4 wide, and there's the room to do it. So this place is anything but a typical 1.5 miles. And I just think it really comes down to the idea that there are options, and options create the ability to make passes.
Okay, so all the things you guys just mentioned, who does that favor? Hamlin won in the spring. He's a 4-time winner there. We know Larson is strong at Kansas as well. Who are your predictions in terms of drivers we could see take home the checkered flag?
Well, until I see something different, every single track we go to, I'm going to list Larson, Byron, Hamlin, and Truex as the 4 favorites. They have the most raw speed, and raw speed makes everything else easier. But I won't lie why I think those 4 are going to be great, and the cars you have to beat, Parker, I can make an argument for a long list. Is it Chastain's day to show up and get a win? Blaney won at Charlotte. Buescher, I mean, he's on no one's bingo card, and he always ends up in victory lane. Bubba, Reddick, 23-11. That's a great non-answer for me, and I got as many names in as possible, Parker. So I'm going to let you try to predict a winner.
Yeah.
But truthfully, the 2 Gibbs cars, 2 Hendrick cars, Larson, Byron, Hamlin, Truex. That's the heavyweight battle.
Thanks for leaving me all those wonderful options. I appreciate it. That 20 car of Christopher Bell. I just believe this is a great opportunity with the speed that Toyotas have on these downforce tracks. The speed we've seen out of 23-11 at this racetrack, some of the information that might go back and forth there upcoming weekend. I think that's the only name you didn't mention, so that's the one I'm taking.
I'm picking Larson. He's got 4 straight finishes of 8th or better there, including 3 top 2s. But I think we inadvertently got Steve's championship 4. So mark those 4 drivers down as we continue throughout the playoffs. All the action, though, coming to you this Sunday. It's Kansas Speedway, the second race of the round of 16, 2:30 p.m. Eastern on USA. Thanks for watching NASCAR America Motormouths, presented by Toyota.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.